Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a Serpent Hunter Great Spear build for an Elden Ring. So this is actually a really powerful weapon that we get when we're fighting Rykard. Now, I'm pairing this alongside the Fingerprint Stone Shield because since it's a spear, it allows us to shield and attack with it. So this weapon can actually go really hard. So this is a level 150 build, but I'll talk about if you're a lower level what to put your stats into. So Vigor, have it up at least 50, or if you're lower level, 30 is kind of the beginning cutoff, but 30, 40, 50, kind of work your way up as you go through bosses, find where your need to health be at. I'm using 28 Mind to give us a little bit of a ability to cast some spells. You can go lower with the Mind and put more stats elsewhere. We're also going with 48 Endurance. This allows us to equip some heavy armor. We want to ideally get your poise up to about 56 minor. 56 is like the minimum, but 51 at the very, very minimum. That 51 allows you to resist one light attack, whereas 56 allows you to resist 2 light attacks, which can mean all the difference if we're going to use the weapon art here. So we also got 50 strength, 12 dexterity, 15 faith, and 16 arcane. This allows us to cast a few different incantations that are going to help boost up our damage. And then also the Fingerprint Stone Shield. I'm using the Dragon Communion Seal because this is pretty low stat requirements. I'm also using whatever armor you can get. It's really just dependent on what you think looks good for this build in particular, because we want to get our poise up. But just make sure you're not heavy rolling. Medium roll is where we want to be at. So for that, I need to use a Great Jar Arsenal. I'm also using the Great Shield Talisman to boost guarding ability, the Green Turtle Talisman to raise our stamina recovery speed, and then the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman as well for boosting their physical damage negation. But you can swap that out depending on what type of enemy you're fighting. If it's got fire damage, put the fire one on. If it's holy damage, put the holy one on. Holy actually helps a lot against the final boss of this game. And I also have the Raw Meat Dumpling equipped because if you bring in your Mimic, they can heal themselves with this and it doesn't poison them. So that's a nice little way to keep them alive longer. So there it is, the Great Spear. I'll show you how to use this. So since it's a shield, since we have a shield, we can like poke from behind it, which is really nice. Typically we want to start with Flame Grant Me Strength. And then also as a little bonus, you can do Swarm of Flies. And I would cast this a couple times because this can get bleed off. And then if you have the White Mask, when you proc bleed, you're going to deal a bit of extra damage. So see, we can do a ton of damage there. And the nice thing about this is whenever they go to attack us, you can see it literally just, we can block it and return fire. So you're pretty much unstoppable at a certain point because the damage that you can deal with this is so high. And then also you just block their attacks. That attack there they can hit you with. Certain enemies will be able to attack through your shield, but it's not very common that they will. But it just helps with your survivability a whole lot. So that is the main use of it, is just being able to survive. This weapon has good posture damage. As you can see there, we were able to hit him and get the posture damage off. And then we can also use the Serpent Hunt here, which is the weapon art. So that does a ton of damage. It does take a bit to charge, so you gotta be mindful of that. But it can really do a ton of damage. That's 2,000 right there on these poor Albinarics. So it does have that follow-up attack too, so you can go with 2 of them there, which is really nice. This does major damage, so I would only recommend doing it if you're able to sneak up on an enemy. This also has a pretty good weapon, reach with the weapon, because you do a stabbing attack, and the weapon itself is quite large, so that's a nice thing about this, is we got good survivability with the shield. He fell to his death. But also we got good range, so you can kind of stick a bit back and poke them, and that will keep you safe. So these weapons work really well together. You don't need the shield in order to be able to pull this off, but I find it does help quite a bit. And since the weapon requirements of this are so low, really anyone can use this. You just need the strength to be able to use the shield, which is kind of like the biggest barrier for most people, is putting that on. But overall, very powerful. I'll just show you what the second strike can do on this. So here it is. Boom, I missed. So this one will probably kill him. And follow up with the second. No. Yeah, missed it there. We'll try it once more. And here's a follow-up. Boom, 1,700. Okay, so still quite a bit of damage. If you hit both of those, it's almost 4,000 damage on the enemy right then and there. So yeah, the Serpent Hunter Great Spear is extremely powerful, despite requiring no stats to get, and you can run up and grab this yourself without even fighting the boss. Very nice weapon, and actually works pretty well on a build like this. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.